What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 Deity Old World AI only battle. It's getting pretty exciting. We've got how many civs now? 3, 4, 5 in the new world. We've also got some colonized. I think there's about to be 6 because I think the Jar are also here. Yeah, they now have a settler in Mexico. So we're starting to see. That's going to be interesting actually. You're going to see some of the sort of western civs meet with the eastern civs. That's going to be kind of cool as well. I didn't really think of that perspective. But yeah, like the UK will be pretty near to the Jar, which is pretty cool. But yeah, there's plenty going on, and we will continue to push on through with the action. There's plenty going on. I've forgotten everything again, as usual. Very bad attention span. Oh, not attention span, I don't know. Short term. Not even short term. 2 days ago, I don't know. Bad. Actually, it's been like 4 days since I recorded an episode for this. I was very far ahead on this series. Byzantium has adopted autocracy. So there you go, that is joining. I think there's 3 autocracy now. Russia, maybe the Jar, I can't remember. Let's have a look. We can look at this, it's all good. Culture victory, who's what? So Rhodesia and Egypt currently order. Autocracy for Russia and the Jar and Byzantium. Somehow they have negative happiness before anything from the ideology. But yeah, order is definitely the more popular one here, I think, because they have more tourism, which is what's important in influencing public opinion. Public opinion of each civ is tracked and is calculated based on the outgoing influence of civs from the other ideology, which is mainly linked to tourism. So yeah, I mean, Rhodesia and Egypt actually have a chance of dragging through for order here, because I mean, I've already forgotten. Rhodesia, I think, had more tourism there than all of the autocracy nations, and then Egypt added like another 30 on top, or it was the other way around, but you know, same premise. They will be maybe converting. Obviously, it doesn't matter too much at the moment. It's when they get bigger and they border other nations. Obviously, tourism, I guess, like Byzantium will probably be affected worse than Russia, and maybe it was the Netherlands. How have I forgotten already? That's terrible. Let me check. What was it? Autocracy, Russia. It was the Jar. It's because their name changed. Confused me. Byzantium versus Morocco has broken out, as is Portugal. Well, that's obviously the bigger one. Portugal is still fighting. Nope, sorry, I'm getting confused with my Let's Play now on the exact same scenario. Almost. A few differences. But most of the civs are the same. If you want to check that out, it would be recommended. I'm playing in pretty much an exact same scenario as this, as the Songhai. The only real differences are I put France in Europe. And I swapped Rhodesia for South Africa just to see if that gave the Zulu maybe a bit of a better chance. But that was about it, really. Everything else is the same, apart from the difficulty and some of the bonus strategic resources. So the original ones are there. There's just not. I just spawned in loads of extra ones on this map, which I couldn't obviously do in the same place for my Let's Play, and I didn't want to use the in-game editor, so I didn't. So yeah, the main difference though is the difficulty, like just 1 or 2 civs that have been swapped out. But Portugal could have a lot of success here against Morocco. They're already doing pretty well here with their now boats doing pretty well. Germany has peaced out with China. That was not the biggest conflict in the world, but it is over. Germany with plenty of units to keep themselves safe, although Russia has a tech advantage. If that war ever breaks out again, they have artillery. But yeah, it's looking pretty good for Russia. We'll see, they're obviously fighting pretty well. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff over here, I guess, but the artillery's at the back, which at least spares the Jar for now. And the Songhai just conquered 2 and killed Mali. Okay, well that was quick. I think, yeah, they were both Mali, and now Mali is dead. So there you go, the Songhai starting to emerge a little bit here in West Africa. It's a unified orange blob. Nigeria is also doing pretty good, but they are sort of just separated. That citadel, pretty brutal. Cut them off. Morocco, and I guess the Songhai might also be in for Rabat here as well. So maybe, but I think Portugal haven't been yet. So unless I'm mistaken, Portugal might conquer this. Depends what Morocco does this turn, I guess. The Jar still haven't settled. That settler is still just considering its position. There's no new settlers just yet. The Dutch do have a settler. Okay, it's finally starting to make the crossing. That's about it in the terms of cities in the pipeline. Is there any others? Rhodesia have got another settler in here. But that's about it. The rest is all pretty quiet for now. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully here. I mean, I love the Panama Canal. That would be great at some point if that would come through as well. Britain and Germany teaming up against Byzantium. That does not mean too much. They can't even really get to each other. Germany does border Byzantium here, but not too much will happen from that one. Here we go, let's see if Rhodesia or anyone settles. Morocco did survive that turn, but the Songhai go pretty early, if I remember correctly, in the turn order, so we might see that ending pretty soon with them conquering Rabat here, and then it might be a bit of a race for Marrakesh. We'll see how it all plays out. I'm sure we'll find out very soon. Regardless, it's the main event, I think, at the moment. There isn't any other sieges particularly going on. The Shah is having some success against Japan. It's a bit early. Normally it would take longer for this, but this is pretty good. I mean, if they could conquer this, that's a great start. And there you go, the Songhai do grab the city of Rabat, which leaves a race now between the Songhai and Portugal for Marrakesh. If the Songhai get it, that'll be 4 cities in very quick succession. Marrakesh in particular will be a really good addition. They've already got Mali's former capital, so they'll be in a great spot. I just want to see, where did they settle compared to me? I settled here, or just here, with my second city in my game, and then another one sort of up here. Did I get 4? No, I have 3. I think I have 3. I have one like around here as well. Pretty similar spot there. I think, is it the same map? No, it's a little different. I think the resources do sort of reset. I think I have spices instead of bananas, but it's pretty similar. I don't have any cocoa, so yeah, there are some differences. That's cool to know that the map does spawn a little differently. Dutch down here, I don't know what they're doing. I think they might be still with Carthage or something. Rome is still here, but a Greek citadel has left them with not much. They've got a settler if it can ever get anywhere, but it is trapped in this one little tile, which is pretty rough. How did this citadel get them this tile? Wait, unless Rome... Did they betray open borders? Like, how did they... I don't know. I want to know what the borders look like before now, because this makes no sense at all. But whatever. Rhodesia did grab their second city, and yeah, right next to El Dorado, so deep into the forest. They should eventually get Cerro de Batosi, which will give them 10 gold. And they've got El Dorado, which is an extra 5 culture. That'll be quite nice for their social policy effort. And there isn't another settler here, actually. The Congo have their 3rd and 4th in South America. So they're going to be definitely leading the charge in terms of colonizing South America, which is pretty good because they're not doing rubbish, but I think they are under threat at home. So if they can find some new strength out there in South America, that would be pretty good for them. A new way to approach the game. And the Jar have skipped Mexico and just going further. The Netherlands now go in autocracy. So despite the order civs having more tourism, at least I don't know, the Netherlands might have swung the balance a bit. 22. So wait, what? Well, Egypt and I swear these were like much higher earlier. What happened? They were like 30s and 40s. Well, that's changed. Now autocracy has a lot more, so it must have changed. But there you go, the Netherlands joining. This is like Europe, and then obviously you've got the Shah in Asia, and the African civs have gone for order. So different approaches based on continent really so far, which is pretty cool to see. Zulu pieced out with Burundi, nothing happened there, and Greece, yeah, well, nothing was going to happen with that one, pretty obviously. And there we go, the Congo with a 3rd city. This one is coastal next to a mountain, which gives it some protection. Yeah, I'm liking this from the Congo. They've got a nice chunk, sort of Brazil here. You've got sort of a Rhodesia, Argentina, and kind of Bolivia kind of thing going on. This looks kind of cool. I want to see where the Netherlands go with this 2 settlers. It looks like these are going to be far more regularly positioned. But the Jar are here as well. Not going for the west coast. Fair enough. And they're very close to conquering Osaka off Japan here, which would be a big surprise. Didn't really see that coming. Korea v Siam is not leading to too much. Siam, see, not coastal. Bear in mind, this city is, but until recently, Siam had no coastal cities. So yeah, they're very difficult to attack, even with frigates and turtle ships. It's not going to be easy. India doing okay. No more settlers heading this way just yet for them. They do have obviously a city in Australia. Did we see them settle this? I don't know. They definitely do have one now. It's hard to see on the mini-map, so I probably missed it for a while, but that's this is good. It's a start. They get an oasis, some copper, probably like not the most ideal, obvious spot to settle in Australia. The Great Barrier Reef up here in the northeast corner would have been a good move. But yeah, I mean, better than nothing. The Jar obviously have a couple of cities down here on these Indonesian islands, as do India. It's definitely going to make East Asia more interesting. Siam doing well as well is going to be interesting. India's success will be something to watch. Obviously, they own all the way up towards the Middle East. Mongolia pieces out with Ethiopia. Didn't really see much coming from there. And there we go. The Jar now control southern Japan. That's a big blow to Japan, who, you know, have had a terrible game, all things considered. Especially since they've known about the New World. Like they were here first. So there's no excuse for Japan, I'm afraid. Just had a rubbish game here. And their units aren't even that bad compared to these guys. Persia has got open borders with the Jar, so they might manage to wiggle through to the New World. I don't know if they have any knowledge of it, but maybe they're just guessing. Who knows? The Jar probably just going to settle like here, aren't they, and cut off Britain. That would be just to annoy them. Okay, so Persia does know about this area. Fair enough. Yeah, the Dutch with their 2 settlers coming across. That's going to be a big move for them. Maybe drag them. I've sort of ruled them a little bit out of the leadership contention for a while. But yeah, a couple of settlers would definitely drag them back to the front of our minds. I think it's very tough to pick a winner right now. I think Russia's probably leading, but it is still very, very tough at the moment. The Dutch are looking strong. Apparently, I saw a comment that said this. I haven't responded to it yet, so I apologise, but I will have done by the time you see this. Apparently Portugal have been picked by like 1/3 of all the votes or something, so no pressure, Portugal, but you are a lot of people rooting for you right now, and the race for Marrakesh is on. They really need to win this to get control of the Mediterranean would be really useful. They could then attack Carthage or something like that. I don't know if they would, but you know, it would give them more access. At the moment, Morocco obviously owns lots of people technically own the entrance to the Mediterranean, right? Carthage control a lot of it, so in theory. But yeah, for Portugal's point of view, Morocco is the one blocking them from connecting their cities by boat, so I'm sure they'd love to get that connection up and going. The wine is being banned. Ooh. Portugal won't be happy. They have a lot of wine in their empire. Okay, so yeah, the Jar probably going to hold on to this. Korea's looking a bit empty. Sent a few too many units, and yeah, this is just not going their way at all. Don't think they should have committed so much. India goes order, so that might bring some more balance to this ideological race. They're the first non-African civ to go order as well. But there you go. That's interesting. Interesting development. They don't border anyone that has an ideology. Oh no, I guess Byzantium. I feel like Byzantium might flip, even though they don't need to. I don't know, because they're already on negative happiness. It could definitely happen if things go wrong. Oh, Germany is actually putting some pressure on this city. Was not expecting that to come, but there you go, Germany. I mean, they had it in the yellow, so there's no reason this couldn't fall, I guess, now. I guess this cannon's doing... I don't know how they've got it in the yellow. That's impressive, but there you go. Maybe there is a chance they grab this. That would extend their border with Russia. To be honest, I think they'd be better off keeping this mountain, like, as the border, and, you know, having a smaller area here to defend. But there we go. Morocco is the next civ eliminated. And Portugal, who a lot of people are apparently rooting on. And there we go. They at least take a capital, Marrakesh. Don't know how long they'll hold on to that in the face of the Songhai. But it's a little victory for Portugal. Might help them complete, you know, Iberia. Or just have access, you know, all the boats they build in this city can now meet up with these boats. And it's just more unified. And obviously if they go on to build a courthouse and stuff, they can, or occupy Marrakesh, they can do the same. Same there. Build more boats and yeah, just all around connect things a bit better. There'll definitely still be a power. I'm very surprised Portugal's not sent out a settler yet. Egypt does have another one here. Don't know how I missed that, but heading towards the Pacific side of South America. Interesting. No more settlers at the moment crossing the Atlantic. Oh no, there is one. The Congo. I think this one was already here in South America, but it's obviously gone up and around. Looks like it might be heading towards Central America. I think we might miss out on a Panama Canal just based on that trajectory. But we can hope. The Jar's still considering. They're putting a lot of thought into this process. I don't see any more settlers. Obviously, it's probably not wise to send them past Japan when they're at war. We'll see if they actually push any further. I'm sure Tokyo and Kyoto could be safe. I mean, they may take Kyoto in the peace deal. You never know with the AI these days. But yeah, the Jar still not making their mind up with the settler. The Dutch, there we go, settling. Is that kind of New York, like sort of northeast towards the border with Canada kind of area, which is pretty good. They've obviously got, this city's doing pretty well for a colony in the tundra. Up to 8 population, it isn't doing too bad. These farms are giving enough food, so I guess that's pretty good. Yeah, a couple new cities now and some new resources will definitely help out for the Netherlands. But that will be it for this episode. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.